Pretty Ricky was a really significant group. You guys are really riding a real strong wave. Like, what really caused you guys to ultimately break up?
Their father, he was controlling. He stole everybody money, including his own son's money. Uh, and I just wasn't happy there. You know, tell me what person leaves a successful situation. They shits, I left when I left on the hotline was out. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know what was gonna happen to me. I didn't know whether I was gonna be in the street. I didn't know nothing. I just fucking got to work. You feel me? And people end up liking my music and my songs, and Atlantic ended up backing me instead of them. And you know how it go, man. It's a competitive business, man. And it's like, I mean, when I look at it now, as I'm older, it's like you got a person in the label, some higher, higher person, or whatever the case may be. He just sits back and say, "Oh, we're gonna watch. You know what? We took them out of the hood. You know what? We're gonna watch them. I'm gonna give them this little carrot, and we're gonna make them fight for it." And they laugh and they take this side and take that side, and it's just all business to them at the end of the day. They was raised a little bit different than us, so it is what it is. That's exactly what happened to that situation. And it caused some people to do some real fucked up things, and we all learned from it. I don't have no malice in my heart towards anybody that did anything to me, because I can't keep living with that. I gotta let that shit go. But I do think it's fair for me to let people know exactly what happened, and be honest, and be 100% honest with everybody and myself. And whoever want to come forward and say some shit, y'all can come forward and say whatever y'all want to say, and I'll defend that shit. Like, me back then in 2009, that was my first time being a solo artist, and I didn't know a lot. I was just learning how to be a solo artist. You know what I mean? And coming up in the time that we came, we had to have media training. I could never talk like I'm talking to you right now back then. And you would be nervous because before the interviews, people tell you what to say, so you just not yourself. But now I'm like, I've been watching people like Kanye and Jay-Z, and, just certain people who own their shit. And that's how I'm able to speak freely. Or like even all of the new artists, they didn't have artist development. So they could come out and just say whatever the hell they want to say. They real comfortable with what they got going on, because it's just in them to do that now.
Sure. Now, you said that the father ended up stealing money. Like, if you were to guess how much money you feel got stolen from you, what would that number be?
Well, I would say he probably made about $8 to $10 million, or probably a little more than that. Who knows? Like, we went platinum every time we came out. We sold millions of ringtones. We toured. We never got any show money. We never got any publishing money. We never got anything outside of that. So, my career really started, when I left the group, writing my own songs and writing songs for other people.
10 million.
Yeah, between all of us, we ain't never get no advances. We never got nothing. It was just we loyal to what's going on. It was like a pimp and a hoe. We lived in a house together. All we did is worked our ass off to come home to nothing. You know what I'm saying? So in the midst of that, you got, oh, you on TV? You supposed to be doing this for your family? You supposed to be doing that? Nah, man, we working to get towards something. You know what I'm saying? And it was stressful, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Any sort of lawsuits that happened afterwards?
Yes, that's what really happened. I went to court to get out of my contract, and it cost a lot of money to do it. But, eventually I got out of my contract. One thing I did do wrong was I listened to, people during the lawsuit, and I was like it was like, we got them on the ropes. We done spent all this money through depositions and all of this kind of stuff. And it was like down to when my album was about to come out, and they was like, yo, your album got to have his imprint on it. And I was like, what? I was young and arrogant and shit. And I just feel like he ain't do nothing to make my album pop. You know what I'm saying? I did all of that work and put my own money up, and I did everything, on my own. So I feel like he didn't deserve that. So I said, you know what? We can settle it right now. You know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be in this position. So I'm gonna give him some money, and I'm gonna go on to be great. And I did that. I gave him the money, and I started doing my thing. It was only when they started failing, when they see that, okay, they putting out stuff, but my shit is number one and they shit is not, all the bullshit started. I was on tours with Wayne, R. Kelly. I just started dating Eddie Murphy's daughter at the time, so the blogs was feeling us a little more. I'm throwing fly album release parties. You know, I'm in LA. I'm throwing big house parties. Everybody at my house, Chris and whoever else. You know, everybody, anybody that's watching this interview they know how I did it. You know what I'm saying? And it was just taken from me in like one day, 30 seconds on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
So you were dating Eddie Murphy's daughter. How's that?
Well, I don't really care about, him being, Eddie Murphy. Like, me and her was cool because we just had a bond. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't I took care of her. You know what I'm saying? I paid my own bills. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh, because of that. Nah, she was a good person and it just didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in a place to where I was going through all of the things that I'm going through with this rumor thing, is finding out who is who, and nah, man, she deserved to be, by herself and happy and, that kind of thing. So, it just didn't work.
So the whole rumor about the child molestation, you think that was part of the reason why you guys broke up?
I think it has a little bit to do with it, not fully, but it's like, okay, I'm going through this rumor. I'm not good for your brand now, because whether it's true or false, nobody cares. It's a rumor out. You know what I'm saying? So when it's time for her to go to the Dark and Lovely thing, you probably gotta leave your boyfriend. Don't bring your boyfriend. You gotta come by yourself, or you know what I'm saying? But if I'm going to the Grammys and I'm nominated for 3 Grammys, she right on the red carpet with me, it's not a problem then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I think it did. Imagine a girl saying, "Oh, Dad, I got a new boyfriend, but look what the media is not CNN, but like the bloggers and certain people like that. Look what's going on. It's kind of mind-boggling for anybody."
Did you ever interact with Eddie? Because that is his daughter, and fathers are protective about.
Yeah, I
their
interacted
daughter,
with him. He's a very cool
especially
person.
dating like an R&B singer, and the reputation that R&B singers have.
Yeah, we interacted. He was cool, man. He was a good person, man. I don't have anything bad to say about him. If I did, I would, but I don't have nothing bad to say about him or her family or anybody. I wish them all, the best.
I just usually judge people by the tone that they use when they say it. So it's been used as both on a regular basis. So, I mean, it is what it is, though.
Listen, I think they need this. I think it's a few things they need to do. I think Ku Klux Klan members need to not be able to wear hoods no more. We need to see who's behind those motherfucking hoods. When those flags, and I think that the flag, you should still be able to fly it on your personal. Like you can still have it on your cars.